Welcome. Drapes. Game pertama. Ada lo yes po. Mampus gak lupa. Facebooknya di ban lu pakai apa? Apaan? Harit sih nggak boleh lepas.
EVOS to take out the Herod and the Angela, and Angela is a staple for Rekt.
It is, and give it to EVOS to understand that, you know, a team that has been able to utilize the strengths of Rekt all the way from the glory days of the M1 World Championships to his roaming days with the Angela and the Mathilda, both respected away here with the Herod as well. So for Alter Ego, only first pick, instant Roger, no hesitation. Seems Alter Ego with no Aldo now in the lineup wants to go for pure fundamentals. What works?
Fundamentals is the key.
Roger juga sih.
Build a house, you need
Ini
a
ya.
foundation, a
Apa
strong
namanya?
that. And this Roger could still be either going gold
Hero broken.
Nevertheless, it is a solid pick for Alter Ego. We've seen Taz pick it up quite a few times. Now for EVOS, what do they want to respond? Of course, Export taken out, but Fluffy still able to play.
King EVOS. Apa nih?
Fredrin is still on the board as well as Arlet, right? So perhaps we might take one.
Paramis.
Okay. They will secure a jungler.
Paramis first pick.
They will
Berani banget ya King EVOS.
Rats and the
Oh,
Paramis. Now,
Valentina masih
so
open, coy.
perhaps Alter Ego will be forced to use that Valentina here early, since that Nether Realm can be a very tricky ultimate.
Oh iya, nice. Dia bawa barat soalnya ya.
Extra life, the sustain we've been talking about. But now they will take the fix.
Oh enggak.
For Pride and also chip.
Chip.
I think the one time we have seen the chip for Alter Ego was Rossi who utilized it, and he actually went for Revitalize.
Yeah.
I don't believe we've seen Rekt on the chip. I might be wrong there. I think he actually has played one game of chip, and that was a loss, unfortunately for him. So we'll see if he has improved on the chip. But of Ixana, something that we didn't see any nerfs of Ixana, really, but she has fallen out of the meta.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Pride can utilize that right here, but we do have a signature pick.
Come on,
from
Dexter.
Mr. Grant. For the gold lane, that's the Claude, the act of thievery, the boy, and the monkey Dexter. Dexter.
Second
Berarti
phase,
nggak bawain Florin lah ini.
story here
Nggak sama
for
Florin.
tournament. I guess the EXPs, perhaps potential junglers here, Baksha can be a
Tetap
potential
sakit
fan
sih, cuman
alongside the Kai or Fred. So, yeah,
kalau ada Florin tuh dewa banget, Cok, Roger.
house in that jungler role.
Should take out Terizla as well. It's a staple of Pi. One of his favorite heroes as well to play. To zone out when the team fight does come. And they do ban out the Terizla, denying Pi of his comfort pick, a signature one at that, because he's so effective with the Terizla. Just gives them so many zoning potentials, and the CC will be taken out from the fray.
Anavel mau ambil Arlot kah kayaknya. Dapat pick sih, dapat pick
We can see
EVOS.
Fluffy actually utilize the Barats in the XP, and then they could go for something like a Fredrin to have a bit more of pressure around the trio mid area with the Faramis. If they continue to ban the XPs, that might actually hint at the Barats flexed into the XP. Terizla already taken out the Export earlier. What else does Pi utilize? The Arlet has been one of the tools for Pi to actually get a very, very good lane to help out.
Ini Rogernya masih flex ya.
For the first neutral objective.
Pusing dia.
Maybe a gold lane ban will be good as well. For Highs, his aggression, something like a Brody comes into mind and has been utilized to bully the Claude, but the Fanny will be the final ban from EVOS. Trying to stop a possible flex of the Roger.
Oh, dia mau ambil ini, guys. Dia mau ambil Brody, Cok. Carmela.
Debut for the Carmila.
Carmila, guys.
Sure, I've seen this in the MPL Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken. They picked up the Carmila for themselves, and now it is going to be picked up by EVOS. Meanwhile, for Alter Ego,
Carmila.
what do they want to
Whoa, Carmila.
It was a short pick.
Whoa, Carmila.
They did not really discuss. It was like, I think picked under 2 seconds or 3 seconds. So I'm pretty sure they had a game plan. They have a game plan to utilize this Carmila, the Beatrix, and an Arlet, which will cement
Arlot,
the
udah
fact that
pasti
this
Paim
Bronze
Arlot.
will go
Oh, udah B-trick.
Yeah, with this CARMILA pick, right, it's genius. So, to a point, it's ingenious, right? With Chip, you will clump up, you will try to find an angle, and with CARMILA, it's just insta-lock you with the other marked players. And if you are able to crowd control that one player, you are able to stun all of them. So it is going
Roger
to be
jungle
scary
ya
for
guys
people
ya,
here
Roger
not
jungle guys.
engaging or committing for a fight on towards EVOS Glory's composition.
Just now confused as to where the CARMILA is gonna go. Technically, it's still a good flex. If Rome would be the
Ow.
so it is Rome.
Wow.
They go
Oh,
to Alpha, and the
Fluffy-nya
Marauds
dia.
will go to XP. So that's a flex of the Marauds and the Alpha into the jungle. And now, dude, they have so much AoE. Their whole composition can just be defined with AoE. Faramis, Marauds, Claude, CARMILA, and Alpha. You clump up, you're dead. Oh my goodness.
A strong AoE team fight draft for EVOS. But Alter Ego, they also have a strong front line that could deal with the AoE. And of course now the draft index for both teams.
Favors EVOS 7.0. That's one of the highest ones that we've seen actually.
Wow.
The differential in the counter index 0.8. Man, I'm just really excited to see the CARMILA's debut here. Up against, like you said, something that wants to
Oke lah ya,
chip
kita
with the
masuk aja ke
shortcuts.
game.
We'll see if this is
One.
counter.
EVOS versus Alter Ego.
We'll see.
Let's
the line of
go.
dawn for match number 2. It is the three masked men Alter Ego against the White Tigers. EVOS, who will escape the red zone?
All troops deployed.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8th versus 7th right now.
Welcome to
Line of
Mobile
Dawn.
Legends.
Who will take game 1?
Talk to us about this CARMILA pick. What does it really want to achieve, especially when you implement it on the roam department?
Additional AoE and technically a point-click stun. You also have that
Percepatan
concussive
Alpha,
blast
guys.
here that Dreams has gone for. So I'm just really curious to see how it's played around the mid lane as well.
Petan
How
Alpha ngebuffnya nih.
much prio do you get with a Faramis and CARMILA combo together in the mid lane? Because early on, we already did see that Krite was shoved in as a Vexana. Looking at the emblems as well, he went for full
Emblemnya ya guys ya.
Dreams, by the way. The Vitality plus the Tenacity and the Concussive Blast and the Tank emblem to add more. And Clockun with the Agility and the Wilderness Blessing. So completely the opposite for Clockun. No defense whatsoever. Wants to go
Dua.
for that maneuverability around the map.
Oh my god, seems like Rex finds an engage with that crash course and also taking a page out of Rasti's book. Brings in the Revitalize in this game as well.
The Terrify almost made it like
Thank you, Leku.
into that kill towards Clocken, but he's all fine and dandy. And up in the top lane, in the gold lane rather, it's gonna be a 1v1 because this CARMILA will be constantly on the pressure. It's moving around the map, trying to help out the lanes, especially when you want to shove it upon Alter Ego. So not much action in the first few phases, but when we enter team
Ya
fight,
mendingan
it
barat
looks
sih ya.
scary.
Fluffy mendingan pakai barat daripada pakai itu,
Level
Cuk.
4 is where it's going to be at for both these teams, right? Ultra Ego get a massive advantage at level 4. EVOS Glory have a similar advantage at level 4. All of them will be looking to skirmish once they get their ultimates, but Rect with the signature Revitalize on the chip. Once you teleport, you get a little bit of that healing, and usually, when we do see the chip go Revitalize, he actually also goes
Nice.
Mask of the Oasis.
King.
So be on the lookout for that item as well. EVOS first onto the turtle with better clear into XP.
EVOS already poking around the turtle. Tied up, opening things up. Daytona's Welcome does not land, flickers out, but it will have enough time to take the turtle.
Widih.
CARMILA stunned there as Annabelle.
CARMILA-nya gila.
We see
Dapat ya turtle, dapat 3 kill.
Realize you asked me what the CARMILA
Ngeri,
can do?
ngeri
If
King
you
EVOS.
clump up, you're dead. That's what he can do. Oh my goodness.
Wow. The stun, the control, the CC, the AoE, the everything. For
Chip sih
EVOS.
di counter
And
sama
that was
Paramis sih.
orchestrated by Dreams.
Agak
It gives
gimana ya?
Annabelle a triple kill and also the neutral. So EVOS, they are off to a flying start. This could snowball into something even greater. And now
Di
Alter
sini
Ego,
EVOS ngambil
they're
Paramis
also wants to
mahal.
clump up because you have the shortcut.
Exactly.
You're also gonna try to flank the players of, EVOS. You want to try to fight in this big skirmishes when you are together. But when it comes to that, EVOS have the perfect counter.
It really is, right? The Curse of Blood. That was disgusting. The stun instantly onto, did he get 3? And then right into the Spear of
We need a
Alpha
replay.
too. I would love a replay because it happened so fast. And Dreams is gonna be so tanky. I don't even think Alter Ego will be able to deal damage to him. With the Vitality and the Tenacity, you're tanky enough, but on the CARMILA, you're actually kind of like, it's off-putting how tanky you are on the CARMILA. Because you're technically a support, right? That's what your role is. But she tanky, man. She really tanky. For now, I think they can control every single lane, and even Brands here with the Claude. I would actually say, maybe previously, we all know the Beatrix as a lane bully, but with all the nerfs through Beatrix, Claude actually does have a better time up against the Beatrix. And oh, Taz, he can't even go for the counter jungle.
My God, Daytona.
Ah,
Duel.
4
Shortcut
orang.
though by Rex, trying to cover for his teammate now. Rex, no man's land, trying to just buy
Penyelamatan
time
yang
for
bagus
his
dari
teammate.
Rex.
Perhaps looking to die under the turret. But take a look at the space
Oh my God.
that he has created
Rex?
for his team towards the top side, and Klokken will secure that kill eventually.
You can see EVOS just want to fight. I mean, Brands has completed the corrosion
Mahal
sky,
si
so he
Reknya,
does
so.
want to fight and just help out with the utility that it has, the slow and also everything in between. And EVOS, 1 kill and a neutral to their pockets.
Rek did buy some time, delayed a little bit of that snowball, but Alter Ego weren't really able to utilize that time at all to do anything. The turtle was still taken, and now they go on task.
Blazing Duet.
Stun, Blazing Duet invested.
Aduh,
And also
ketarik.
goal. Pi still able to get out with the
Pi
flicker, but that means EVOS
still
now
survive.
they can move onwards. Take a look
Aduh,
at the
dikejar
team.
lagi, guys.
Ace here of Alpha.
Gila.
And as well as Klokken will secure Pi and Taz down and out.
Gila mainnya
And
begitu.
EVOS
Ngipus.
as the Rock
Ngeri.
game 1.
Sweet, sweet sugar for EVOS. They're getting the initiations. All the fight as well has been won by them. And you can see the CC that they have, the AoE as well. It just forces
Roger
Alter
tuh enaknya
Ego
kalau
to
dia
give up
item
to a certain degree. Sometimes
apa
it's
namanya
either
tur
fight or
damage-nya
flight.
udah jadi,
Alter
guys.
Ego, 5 kills, 6 kills even for EVOS now.
It's just really tough right now. It's a 3,000 gold lead for a composition like this.
dari
And technically,
0,6
even in the
gini.
late game, EVO's
Oh,
Glory
Alter
have a
Ego.
say. It's not one of those snowball comps that rely completely on the early game, because the Alpha will do true damage as well towards the later stage of the game. That's going to be really hard to itemize against for Alter Ego. Yes, and I'm not even mentioning the Claude, because the Claude is truly the late game
Tur
threat that
damage
they
tuh
have.
apa
But at this
bang?
point,
Tur damage tuh
I don't even
damage
think Alter Ego
nyata
can
guys. Namanya juga
withstand the
true.
damage of just the front lines here. Just Claw,
Jadi dia
Kung,
nggak
Dreams,
bisa
and
di-heal,
Annabelle,
so.
and Fluffy. That 4 combined with the Blazing Duet towards the end. Oh, ouch! All the sound effects that you would make
Bisa
when you get hurt
make
will be a good definition of what Alter Ego will experience very, very soon with this mid-game power spike hitting. Brands opted to go for corrosion side early, so
Turtle
he's
ya,
gonna start
EVOS
participating
lagi,
in
guys.
team fights. Next on the item chain for him is DHS. So even the frontliners will be having a tough time dealing with this comp.
Imagine having so much frontline. You have the, tanky, fluffy, you have the Barats, and then the CARMILA. But then at the same time, you have the
Terus
drop
damage-nya
control to
Alphanya
really just enable
jadi.
Brands to then hit and just spin around like a ball of fire. So this could possibly lead
kalah
to
farming
an
juga ya.
Alter Ego
Kurang cepet tuh
demise.
Roger tuh
So
ternyata.
far for EVOS, they have drafted this beautifully and then
Kalah
have
sama
executed
Alpha
it beautifully
farmingnya.
as well. They're looking for the fights, looking for the skirmishes, and also maximizing that, CC and AoE that they have. Just trying to trap Alter Ego in their places. They can't
udah
clamp up,
jadi
they can't
Thunderbelt.
just, move in masses because they will get punished by EVOS Glory.
One thing that is still something that Alter Ego can
I
play
see.
with is the fact that they have great wave clear, right? The Beatrix basically, even when behind, clears these waves super, super fast. And that's why they have been actually able to deny the mid turret take for such a long time. With the help of the Vexana as well, a lot of good peel. So EVO's Glory, even though they have an overwhelming lead now, they can't really risk diving the turret to get a mid lane tier 1. It's still not worth it to risk that. But again, with them having this much of a lead, they can just stay patient. They don't need to be forcing a lot of these initiations. They don't need to be forcing these dives to get turrets because openings will
bawah.
come. And it'll come in a
Wah,
form of
ini
this.
udah
One
jadi game
lane
EVOS guys,
doesn't get
susah.
dealt with by Alter Ego, and EVOS Glory can capitalize. Through the side lane pressure that they are building up, the Lords will become easier and easier for them to take.
Skenario-nya nggak tahu gimana ya.
Make a big
Alter
point
Ego
by,
buat setup
fighting.
perangnya.
Again, you clump up, you die, kinda. EVOS Glory with the game fact here by GoPay.
This marks the debut of CARMILA in MPL ID Season 13 after last being used 742 days ago by Vin in MPL ID Season 9 when facing Onyx. That's like 4 seasons ago. It has been very long for this CARMILA to hibernate and finally again waking up in MPL ID Season 13. So far EVOS has been playing this execution spectacularly. They're trying to clear up the waves as well. And this is the next
Di
time
sini
they have the
Fluffy-nya bagus ya
Lord
guys ya. Fluffy-nya
next
bagus
on
guys.
their sights. And Golden Staff as well for Brand. So he's ready to just dish out the damage needed to cut down through Ultra Ego.
Yeah, that's the 9th minute, by the way. Got the goal.
Nggak bisa shortcut.
He's been farming like a boss.
Rasinya di geng dulu nggak sih? Di geng dulu, Cok. Fluffy-nya.
I don't think it's enough to deal with the front line of EVOS Glory. Not right now.
Mungkin
Fluffy
belum cukup
has a
teammate kali ya.
whole lot of items already.
Nggak masa
Rushing
dia.
the Dreadnought armor, has a lot of Jerkin, straight into the
Nyari
Sky Guardian
objektif
helmet and
lagi.
Radiant armor too. And even for Annabelle, with a War Axe and a Hunter Strike, only with a Brute Force breastplate, it's still enough for now.
Alphanya
to
bawa
deal
Brute
with
Force ya
the
guys ya,
threat that
Alphanya guys.
Alter Ego have. I think when Taz gets
War
the
Axe,
Endless
Brute
Balance,
Force,
then we will see a little bit
Hunter
more of
Strike.
that threat from Alter Ego. But even then,
Buat
I
tasnya
still
dia
find
mau
it really difficult for him
bawain
to actually look
Endless
for these
Battle.
executes. Because the Dominance Ice will stop that attack speed. There's so much from EVOS Glory right now where they have an amazing front line, crazy damage, good punish. It's almost a complete outdraft. Alter Ego needs to kind of bank on a mistake from EVOS Glory. Maybe when they dive a bit too deep.
Ini daripada chip
Pi and
mendingan
Cry can
ini
look for a
ternyata.
re-engage.
Mending Florin.
Let's see. The First Lord marching towards the bottom side of the map. Alter Ego still have a kill yet on the board. Let's see, Will, perhaps his defense.
Tapi harus di midnya harus bawain fighter kalau mau bawa
Somewhat of a
Florin.
Counterplay. EVOS playing it very
Kayak
slowly.
draftnya Rebellion.
Does not look for a fight instead here, just playing it casually because they know this is just the First Lord.
Brands is just so rich. He's also completed his Vina Nature, so this is just going to speed up his, power later on the stages of the game. And also talking about what Mirko said, yeah, Alter Ego, they have good wave clear, so at least when it comes to sieging the high ground and the turrets as well, they have that clear. They have the Vexana Lord, they have that Eternal Guard, they also have by highs as well with the Beatrix, with a lot of wave clear as well, so that's a lot of options for them to withstand the pressure. Wreck might get caught here. He's gonna be fine. Oh no, he's gonna be fine. So just trying to face check the bush, but EVOS, they might look for something more.
No, they're just gonna zone Alter Ego away from their own jungle, freezing the waves as well, waiting for the next Lord that will come in 54 seconds and counting. Annabelle just going full damage now at this point, right? Already has the War Axe.
Brand sama
has a Brute Force breastplate earlier,
Heistnya
but
juga
he
beda
decides
2
to go for
level.
Sea Halberd. Usually, I think for Annabelle, he goes for a little bit more defense. I think usually it's Athena Shield or
Lord ini sih
maybe
masih
more physical defense. But in this game,
nggak bisa dikontes.
yeah, probably the Sea Halberd will work. Technically, Alter Ego have that revitalized still, so something to keep note. And because Rekt is so behind, he's actually opted to not go for the
Half-Life
Flask of
Online.
Roses. He's gone for the Anti-Critus,
Silence Robe.
the robe, leather jerkin, so just pure tankiness. I'm waiting for
Kalau
the
udah
power
ada
strikes.
di mic ya.
Highs, actually, he already has the
Raffi
BOD,
langsung
Hunter Strike, and the Melfix. So not that bad considering he hasn't gotten any kills. He's been farming okay, not to the level of Brands, obviously.
Man,
Wow, it's quite hard. I mean, we also talked about how Alter Ego could bank on the mistakes of EVOS, but how do you do that exactly when EVOS is just playing this so clean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
this
lepas shortcut, guys.
first 2 Lords has not been contested as well for Alter Ego. So now I'm questioning what is their timing? What should be their momentum, their window frame in where they could operate properly? Because this is just them waiting for, a catastrophe to happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the sad reality of this comp for now. If they make any proactive... Fluffy's just... Dynaman. Fluffy Dynaman with the Detonus welcome. Now, at this point...
Banyak
Evo's
gaya
have
lu
so much
Fluffy.
control over the map that Ultra Ego, even if they try to shortcut in, they try to portal people in, they're just gonna die. If they clump up, they're dead. We've been saying that so much now, but it's true. So the only way they can force technically a mistake from EVOS is if they play inside of their own base. But even then, if EVOS play the way that they have been, mistakes is very risky to bank on for Ultra Ego.
Yeah, let's see here with the Lord.
Oke, Lordnya udah masuk ya di sini. Dibuka. Ah, painya hilang. Satu hilang. Dua hilang. Looking. Udah ente guys. Ente. Ente kadang-kadang ente.
Flawless, unstained